Okay, let's get started with the meeting. So welcome to the TOC meeting. Today is May 5th. So we have a couple of things on the agenda. First is the plumber project. Did you want to introduce it, Roxanne, as I think you brought this up, or you want me to go through?
I mean, you can talk about it a bit because I think you looked at it, but this person reached out to me because David Bernard from Spinnaker, right, um, saw them present and told them about the CDF, and they said that it would be a good place, for them to maybe find a community. And I think they just aren't sure. I don't even know if they would know like the process or yeah, so I think they're looking to see if this is a good place to find people, you know.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, and it's here is the link is there. It's a project about compliance for GitLab CI pipelines. Um, yeah, so it basically allows you to scan a GitLab pipeline about a number of different best practices and safer and safe things you might do in your pipeline and so forth. It's open source. I believe it's Mozilla license. Anyway, it's a license that is accepted by the Linux Foundation, so that part ticks the boxes. Um, yeah. Oh, yeah. It says here the goal is to bring together a community around the topic that today is scattered across many teams, all reinventing the same wheel to collaboratively build a shared standard. So I think that resonates very much with what foundations are about. Um, Yeah, and I mean, I guess questions I already noted down that I have on my side are things like what about the project governance? Do they have contributors from multiple companies? Do they have adoptions to share? Would they be interested in broadening the scope to include non-GitLab pipelines as well? There's some question that comes to my mind, but I guess that there are two things. I mean, in terms of discussing building community around something that in the CI/CD space that a lot of people are doing in separate areas. That's something that I would definitely support, regardless of whether the project itself is part of the CDF. And then, I mean, for the project itself, yeah, I mean, I think we could have a conversation with them, tell them what are kind of the requirements for a project to join a foundation, what is the expectation, and maybe maybe guide them a little bit if this isn't something that is interesting to them.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah.
What I can do is tell them that you think it's a interesting project, share the questions that you all have, share how they would apply if they did want to, and offer them to meet with you next month if they do want to, see if that's an option and talk to you. Is that how it would go, or?
Um, yeah, I mean, they could even, I mean, if they think they're interested, they could come to the meeting and present their project. Oh, I'd be happy to have a conversation with them directly first. They
Okay,
prefer.
I'll CC you then in my email. And then,
Uh,
yeah,
yeah.
sounds good. Unless you
Yeah, I
want to
think
write to them yourself, that's okay too, and CC me. We can figure that out.
one of the interesting parts about this little project is their P-bomb. We need a P-bomb. I liked the idea of having that, something that evaluates governance of the pipeline.
He joined the cybersecurity meeting for a little bit earlier, and so he seems to be checking us out and wanting to know what our community is about and all that.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I guess that regarding BBOM, yes, I totally agree, Tracy. I think that's why it's interesting to see if that maybe be open to broaden the scope. I mean, not of what necessarily do as the company behind the project, but maybe like setting out the project so that you can have plugins for building P-bombs, for instance, for different type of pipeline providers. So
Hmm.
so that other projects and or companies could build those. Yeah, so I think it would be interesting to have this conversation for sure.
And I think that they need work on building their community,
Yeah, that's what
um,
they want help with. Yeah.
which honestly, we can't help them do that. We
No,
can't.
but by
And they have to,
like
but
having them
it does,
around and
no, but it does, I can promise you from or watching Artilius's growth, we had a pretty good sized community before we got accepted. But once we got accepted, and we kind of built a solid community structure around that, being part of the Linux Foundation does help give the project some teeth, so to speak. And it's easier for you to get more. You still have to go find them yourself, but it's easier. Having a name behind you makes it an easier path.
yeah, and it's a little built-in community already, even though it's not that big, but they will have resources or people they can ask. I mean, we've been around
Yeah,
for a while, so you all know
yeah,
things that they might not.
exactly.
Yeah. Um,
But that's the hardest part of any open source project.
yeah, but they already have 600 stars or something.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
really impressed. I was like,
yeah,
that's awesome. That's
yeah,
amazing.
exactly.
I mean, we've worked hard to get our 400.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that's awesome.
Okay, cool.
All right. Cool. Any other comments on this? Okay, next is SIG updates. Anything from the CI/CD cybersecurity SIG you wanted to bring up, Tracy?
No, the vote did go out, but it was kind of funny. When I went to try to vote, I didn't have an action to vote. I had actually no meetings or anything, so I don't know if there was something going on with LFX. But so if you didn't vote, take a look at your LFX profile, and you should have an action in there to vote.
Yeah.
And Garima Bajpai, who is not here today, but she did step up to uh, be to support the project.
I also emailed everyone to remind them to vote, the ones that didn't. So, yeah.
Okay. And in terms of what the cybersecurity team's working on there, Kate is pretty focused on AI. Um, she wants to start working on something in regards to AI. I'm not sure how we're going to pull it together because we're trying to follow Cray or SSDF in terms of mapping, and neither one of them have clearly stated what that looks like for securing AI objects, LLMs, prompts, agents. So they're watching it. There is a NIST a has a follow-up talk going on today at 11 o'clock to sort out what they're going to add to the SSDF. I've been trying to watch the Cyber Resiliency Act as well, and they're starting to add some stuff. So there's guidelines coming forward, but right now the ones I've seen do not have a lot to do with the pipeline, which is really concerning. Like there are things like AI bombs, but you can't get AI bombs for these kind of the frontier models. If they're in Hugging Face, you can get an AI bomb, but the big ones you can't. So it's a little sketchy right now. Let's just put it that way. So they're trying to identify that, and They may at least add to the guide right now what would be called AI traps. A couple of the Ortelius contributors wrote a blog recently about what those traps are, just to watch out for, but not having any clear direction on how to solve them.
Was this Jing?
Thanks, Tracy.
This one?
Yeah. The new categories written by Jing Chen. She got some help from Utkar Sharma as well. If you've ever been to one of our Ortelius meetings and you listen to Utkar, she's got a master's in AI from Oxford, and he's helping us build our MCP server. He's got some pretty interesting insights.
MCP server for Telius, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for the updates, Tracy.
Absolutely.
Sounds great. Anything else on any other topic from anyone to discuss today?
Well, we have, we're all, we have, in 2 weeks, we've got CDCon. I don't know how many of us will be there. There is not, and I don't know the days that people might be attending. I'm going to be there all week because I have Open SSF Community Days on Thursday. Wednesdays, we don't have anything for CDCon. It's just Open Source Summit. So if anybody wants to get together and do any brainstorming while we're there, I'm certainly open to it, or maybe even go get some libations.
What do
Do
you want
something.
us to call the reception that we're planning? Do you have an idea or?
Oh yeah, we get to have. We're going to have a reception. We're going to do it on Monday night. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Monday night we will have a reception. Right after, it will be right after we finish the last session, and there is a party
Reception, yeah.
for. Yeah, there's a reception, but it's not there. It's at a museum or something.
I see. And you have to pay €100 or dollars to attend, I think.
Oh,
There's,
really?
well, when I went to register, there was like an option, like reception, and it said 100.
Didn't know that. Maybe I don't think I did that. I didn't know you were supposed to.
I don't know. I'll have to look again. But yeah,
Yeah.
so some people might not be there, but it was the only spot. They offered us either like Sunday or Wednesday, but those aren't the days we have. So yeah.
Well, anyway, so Monday we will be having a reception. It's going to have like light food, like chips or
Yeah,
something,
chips
or
and
just
dip. Yeah.
drinks. Chips and dip and some drinks. So it's pretty exciting that we are able to do that for the attendees of CDCon. I don't know what to call it. Anybody got any clever ideas?
I'll have to think about it. Chips and dip CD.
Can't we probably should just call it like an supporter appreciation night or something like that.
I was hoping that they would let us give out the tickets because we get 100 tickets and they need a ticket to get a drink. So I was hoping you could have the tickets and like give them out the way you want. Like,
So how are we going to distribute the tickets?
that's what I'm saying. The morning of, you could like go around the room or like say go see Tracy if you want to join.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's totally fine.
Yeah.
And we might just we're gonna have a table at the door.
Yeah.
So we may just say that, people who are showing up,
Yeah, come
we
join
just have
us
to make
tonight.
sure they don't get more than one ticket. We could just ask them, you get one ticket, have you got one yet? And if somebody takes two, who cares? If they want to be
They can
dishonest,
invite
I
a
don't
friend.
care. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work.
Okay, I sent some
And on that
stickers.
note, if there are any if we have any white papers that we want to put on that front table, we
Yeah,
should
we
probably
only
get
have
them.
the CD events one, but it's like 2003, yeah, 23.
Do you think we could put together just a general sheet of the
That's
current
what I was
projects?
working on this week, yeah.
That would be
What
great.
do you want it to be like it used to be? One second, I'm just gonna share my screen. Um, oh, I have to find a data sheet. Here it is. So this was the one from 2022. Um, so the white paper was like linked on there, and then we had our premier members. I don't know what
I
you, yeah,
I think that works, but I think that we need to introduce our focus pillars on this
yeah,
now.
yeah, for sure. That was gonna be like the front page or like the top of the second page. I
I
will
think
draft
it should be
something
like,
up and
yeah,
send it to you. Um,
okay.
okay. And we can
And
like
it,
have a QR code for the guide and everything.
and we probably should just send a message out to all the projects to say there will be a table if they want to bring stickers
Yeah.
or their own white paper or their own, brochure or whatever they want to get exposure.
Yes. We ordered some CDF stickers today, and Mark will bring them, but we don't have project ones. But yeah,
Yeah, some project. I still have Ortilia stickers, so I'll bring
that's
some of
cool.
those.
Andrea has a ton of CD
Yeah.
event stickers.
Do you know if anyone from the UK or from Wales will be going?
I have no clue.
Yeah, it's hard to know. Oh well.
I am sure that we have
Next.
people from the UK who were going to be showing up. Are you thinking if you can get them the stickers, they could bring them?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I have stickers and socks from CD events sitting in
Is
my
Jing
iPod.
going? Do you know, Tracy?
I don't know.
No, I don't think that any Jing or Utkarsh are not coming. Jing's going to be is headed to Japan for some time. Um, there's got to be somebody that we can. But Andrea, where are you? You're not in England.
No, I'm in Wales. It's also a bit
I'm in
Okay,
problematic.
all right.
UK.
So maybe a little bit of a trip. Huh.
It's beautiful though here. I mean,
I bet it is. I would love to be in Wales, to be quite honest. I've
if you want to
fell in love with
go.
that part of. So we just have to figure out, Roxanne, if there's anybody that you can look to see on the schedule.
On the schedule, maybe. I don't have the attendee list. I can ask if they'll send it to me again, but they didn't seem to
Okay.
want to.
Okay.
Well, ask
Yeah,
them if they
then
can find somebody who lives in the UK that Andrea could maybe
But she
send
would
them
have
with.
to know who we know, you know?
I know. It seems so silly. There's got to
It's
be
kind of
people coming.
annoying because before, when I had the list, I could also like ping who I knew who wasn't coming and ask them, "Are you not coming?" You know, it's nice. And
I hate that there's all those awesome socks for CD events, and
that's true, yeah.
it's going to be a something that we really want to focus on. So
Are you gonna be in Prague, Andrea? Or
I've tried to be. Yeah.
because if you are, it's only an hour away and I can come have dinner or something.
Oh, it would be nice.
Yeah. Okay, I'll try to find out. Tracy, we have a meeting. No, we don't, do we? We don't have a meeting, but if you want, we can have a meeting next week to make sure everything's ready, but we'll see.
yeah, if we need to, that's fine.
Yeah, okay.
And I did get a document from the OpenSSF team that's going to do the security town hall. And I made some recommendations to their questions and asked them to make sure that they're incorporating integration points between our CI/CD tools and their projects
Okay.
in their discussion. So I'm
Okay.
trying to make sure that they just don't talk about all their projects, but how their projects need to be fitting into a CI/CD pipeline,
Yeah.
and why those pipelines are not adopting. Try to figure out why the adoption's not there for those tools.
Yep. Chris wants to implement something with their scorecard, and so I invited her to their Slack and hope they can go on that channel. Um, and then Stacy had never replied to my email about coming to one of our meetings, so just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's been keeping in touch with me, so
Okay, that's good. And then I have one more question. If for the data sheet, like what's a one-line tagline of who we are? Like, is it the same-ish that we used to have, or
no, don't do the same-ish.
I know,
Don't do
that's why
that.
I'm asking you.
No, don't do that. Don't do
And
that.
my other question is, like, are we projecting stability? Because CD is like important to everyone, or and we don't have new projects, or what is our identity, I guess, is my question.
I think you should pull something off of our new about page.
Yeah, that's I was gonna do that, but I wanted your if you had an opinion right now. Otherwise, I'll go there.
No,
I
I don't
have
have
it here.
opinion right now.
I'll put it in the chat. Like our mission is to grow and sustain pivotal open source projects. But that's a long, like I can shorten it maybe. Or maybe this,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or this shorter one.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a hard one.
I'll take a stab at it. Did you talk to
Okay.
Ben about the AI SIG?
I have not.
Okay.
So yes, we do need to have, there's two SIGs that we need to potentially create. One would be a platform engineering and one is AI. Since we have the cybersecurity one that's kind of moving forward, they're doing great. We should have an AI SIG. We desperately need that. And we really should have a SIG for platform engineers.
And you were gonna talk to Jennifer at CDCon, right?
Yes,
Okay.
about the AI SIG.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great to have for sure. I mean, there's so much happening, and I don't think anyone can really stay on top of everything that is open. I think there is a lot of interesting discussion.
Exactly.
Um, yeah, hopefully we can recruit someone from the CityCon, speakers, people
I'm
there.
gonna, yeah, so Jennifer from Okta could be a candidate for leading an AI SIG for us. And I'm gonna pitch it to her while I'm there.
Should we
I
open
think
like an issue before CDCon so people can?
sure. That's a
Okay.
good idea, actually. And do open an issue for platform engineering too.
Okay.
But I think Ben may have had an interest in leading the AI one. He sounded
Okay.
like he might step up for it, but he's not here to tell us or not.
Yeah, I
And I
pinged
know
him,
he's
but
involved, so he may be too busy.
Andrea, should I copy the CNCF one you had sent, kind of?
Um, yeah, possibly. I think. I mean, we could even have an issue in our TOC repo about the fact that we want to create that group,
Yeah.
and then we could have maybe some discussion where we invite people, or we could, yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
So there's a potential for you. Continuous delivery foundation powering secure AI-driven software delivery at scale.
But that puts AI forward, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. That's fine. If you're not talking AI, you're not talking anymore.
I know, but they will come looking for it, and we don't have it yet.
Get
I mean,
it?
I
I
know
get
it
it.
is underneath. I know it's under everything. So
I know. We have to start talking about it.
yeah,
We
exactly.
just have to start do it, and then we'll get it. If we build it, they will come. That's always been my belief.
Okay.
We do have to get that AI sig started, though. There's no doubt.
Yeah. Hi,
I just
Jason.
I don't have the bandwidth to do it right now.
Hey, sorry.
I understand, Tracy. It's fine. No worries. You're, I think, at the end of it.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
I'm juggling a lot of things. I'm trying to get a new Spinnaker release out, so
That's cool. Once it's
yeah,
out, let me know.
yes, we get releases on a pretty regular basis, and I found a major memory leak in the project that I'm working on. So
That sucks.
nothing like saving about a terabyte of RAM. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anything you wanted to share, Jason, or anything you need from the group today? I think.
No, we're pretty swamped on Spinnaker work. There's a number of CVEs are incoming that I'm trying to address. I'm seeing definitely an increase in reports lately. I don't know if anybody else in their projects is seeing this, but I'm definitely seeing an uptake. And oh yeah, hey, go look at this bad code. Crap, another one.
Yeah,
So
I mean, Tecton is not in CDF anymore, but I'm still a maintainer, so I can tell you there's been quite a lot more there for
yeah,
sure. And some are actually good, and I mean, it's good that they're caught. A lot they're
junk.
junk or mildly there, but not really worth
Yeah,
spending time on. But it takes a non-insignificant amount of time just to triage them. So it's,
exactly. I mean, AI is
Which is
helping triage, but
okay. So all of you having this discussion, you should be involved in Artilius because that's what we're trying to solve right now.
you
Using
know,
AI to triage. That's what the MCP server is all about.
if you're offering free services to go do that for all the CD Foundation projects, I'm interested, but
That is exactly what we'd like to do. We'd like to be able to bring in at minimum, we'd like to be able to show what actually is hitting the production versions, what's
mhm,
actually is impacting what we would call endpoints. And we're working on the MCP to do the kind of the sensing, reasoning, and acting, and push it back through with a kind of a triage list in a issue.
gotcha. I'd be
So
curious. Hmm?
you don't have to do that manually. And we want to be able to update the dependency files if we don't believe it's going to have a problem with breaking changes, which many of them don't.
Uh, Only other thing, I don't know if anybody or I shared, there's an interesting, we get anonymous statistics. I don't know if any other project reports anonymous statistics. Uh,
I think Jenkins does. I mean, statistics like usage, download statistics, that kind of things.
yeah. Usage statistics, number of deployments, all of those things. Um, Although I apparently broke it, I will have to find where I broke the stats page. Um, but we saw about 20 million deploys, I think, of Spinnaker a month, or of deployments through Spinnaker a month now. Or maybe it's more than, maybe it's 200 million a month now. So it's The reason I brought that up is I'm curious. I know we've got the dev stats on contributions. Um, and actually, yeah, the stats Jenkins, I had not seen that. That's interesting. On the number of deployments. Yeah, I'll have to look at that. I'm kind of curious if that's the same thing. I broke our docs page recently, so I need to go fix that. But yeah, it was interesting looking at some of the numbers sometimes to see what is actually used in the community and how much is still in use.
Yeah, I mean, if you have good numbers, you can also include them in the project updates. If you want to, so then they would end up and being shared publicly.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go fix our stats page. Nothing like breaking. I did a major docs redo as well, and I broke a bunch of stuff on some of that, it looks like.
Jason's also going to do a workshop about Spinnaker. Thanks, Jason.
Yes.
So if anyone wants to do one on another project, you can as well. Or like Dan, if you want to do a case study. I know that it's hard to get approval for these things sometimes, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I can try.
I'll send you an example if you want, and then you can see if that's possible. But
Yeah.
cool. And yeah, Tracy, or maybe Jing can do something about her blog post, or I don't know. Just want to put the focus on what everyone's doing, and because you're all doing good work. Just
You mean the blog post that she did for Ortelius?
yeah, that's cool, you know. I'm not sure it's for the workshop, but maybe she could do something with it. I don't know.
We probably won't hear from her much since she's going to be on a hiatus for 2 months.
And that's okay. It doesn't have to be
Yeah.
now. And then I was trying to figure out if we could host maybe a virtual event in the fall or next year. And if we do that, I think I would pre-record or like ask the speakers to pre-record everything with me so that, you know, it would run smoothly, but we could do that too. And it would be cheap.
Yeah. I mean, the Ortelius' Secure Chain Con is June 25th
Okay.
when we do that. I have gotten so many people wanting to be part of that. We generally used to be like, we'll find 4 or 5 speakers. We have a keynote from the open group who's going to talk. But I have probably about 40 people who have submitted to be part of that. And it's like, not a very big conference. We just do a half day. So I might put together, I might just go ahead and bring in additional speakers because I pre-record them and then we just run them.
Yeah. And how do you do that?
And
What do you use?
we run it all through Zoom.
Okay, cool.
And then we run it through YouTube and LinkedIn, but I think LinkedIn has a 4-hour max, and so that's why we were doing just 4 hours. But
Nice.
YouTube, I can do YouTube live for more hours.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe I just do a very long like video. I stack them all and do a YouTube premiere, and then the speakers could be in the chat or something.
Well, if you want to help with Secure Chain Con, we might do some experimenting on it to do
Yeah, that's
something
cool.
for.
Let me know.
Okay.
I'll be around that date so I can help.
Okay.
Cool.
I'll get sorted out the team's going to sort out what speakers they want, and then I'm going to suggest that we push it a little longer because we've gotten some really good speakers on really good topics.
Or you could do 2 days for like
I
half.
can't do 2 days.
Okay.
I can't. I could only barely do half a day.
I understand.
Because it's a lot.
I bet.
But
Steve.
I can extend it for at least maybe 2 hours. Go from because we start at 8:30 and I can go to like 2:30.
Okay. Steve
Right, so that gives
Fenton
me
was
another 4
saying
speakers.
they hosted everything live, and so they had a backstage and everything, and someone stayed up for 2 days just Red Bulling it, and I was like, that's
Yeah.
crazy. I'm not doing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I can't. We doing it through Zoom because you don't really get, we can support a couple hundred people on Zoom, and you don't really, and we can then connect it to YouTube and do it live, right,
Yeah.
through YouTube as well. And then we get it records everything for us. But I have everybody pre-record stuff for me, and I have it all updated to YouTube before the show, so that I can, immediately update all the on-demand stuff after we do it live.
Okay, cool.
So we've tried. We used to do it through Twitch, and it didn't work very well. So we stopped doing it through, and it would have been great, but we had trouble all the time with it.
Yeah. Okay.
So we bailed on it. I think a lot of people did, unfortunately.
All right. Just one thing I wanted to ask folks. I think it should be possible to get AI generated meeting notes with the Zoom and effects.
Yes, I can
Uh,
add it if you want.
just wanted to ask whether that's something that's okay for folks to do if we did that. I bet AI would be taking better notes than I do.
So what happens is it takes notes and then I have to, or someone reviews it. I mean, we can ask to have it reviewed, but
Okay.
yeah.
Or I don't know if you can send them my way. I'm happy to do the review. I don't want to put more work on the exam.
I'll have to ask Kate how that works, but yeah. I think it's whoever sets up the meetings gets to review, but we can
Okay.
just tick a box basically in LFX.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks. Cool. Anything else, anyone? No, then good to see everyone. Have fun at CityCon for those who go.
We'll miss you. We're
Yeah,
sorry we're not going to get to see you.
yeah, sorry I won't be there. I'd love to be there and meet you all.
Looking like I'm probably going to miss it. I've got too much hitting me right now. I've got a
Sorry.
major project going live that week too, so
It happens.
I tried. Next year I'm pushing for doing a talk and showing up, so
Cool.
All right.
Bye.
Bye,
well,
everyone,
Bye,
then. See
guys.
you
Thank
next
you.
time.
Okay.